I just wanted to come on here and go crazy on OpenAI's new image generator. They had a live stream earlier, but I wanted to go over it because it seemed like they had a lot of different stuff that you can do now with their new 4o image generator, and it seemed just freaking awesome. Let's take a look.
Good morning, everybody. Today, we have one of the most fun, cool things we have ever launched. People have been waiting for this for a long time. We know we've made you wait, but we think it's really worth it, and we think you're going to love it. We are launching native images in ChatGPT. Image generation has been around for a while. In fact, one of the first things that we ever were known for was the original DALL-E. But image generation has been largely a novelty. You've been able to make some cool art with it, and people have done amazing things, but it has not had the power to be really useful in a wide variety of ways. The thing that we're going to launch today is native image generation in our 4o model, and it's such a huge step forward that the best way to explain it to you is just to show it, which we'll do very soon. But this is really something that we have been excited about bringing to the world for a long time. We think that if we can offer image generation like this, creatives, educators, small business owners, students, way more will be able to use this and do all kinds of new things with AI that they couldn't before. And really the best thing to do is just to show it to you. So I'd like to introduce Gabe, who is the lead researcher and really the primary driver of this product, and I'll hand it over.
And I just wanted to go and say like how crazy it is that they have an image generator within 4o because like we really don't see that. I know Rock 3 has an image generator, but Rock 3 image generator is Flux in the back end. So basically they're using like an open source model to create their images. I would say the only competitor to something like this is um, Gemini, where they have uh, Imogen, and that's not bad. But you can see that these really custom models that can now do image generations. We see that with what is that called? It's in AI studios. They have an experimental model. The Gemini Flash model experimental can do image generations. And this is really good because we see different image generators like Midjourney, we see like Ideogram and just other ones out there. We even saw have a new kid on the block that's pretty good, but this one is the first one or one of the only ones that have an image generator that is also a chat model. So you can talk to it as well as create images. Instead of having to go to Dolly, you can just have Dolly in the same place. But you see like other places that specialize in image generation, they don't do that. They still have to have their own dedicated platform, which kind of changes the game entirely. But who knows what the cost is and the pros and cons are on the back end. But this is still pretty good.
Right. So I'm Gabe, lead researcher.
Hey, I'm Praful. I'm the head of multimodal research.
So okay, I'm going to jump right in with a demo, and the reason I'm starting off with a demo is because I'm also using these demos as my speaker notes, so it's a bit handy. Now, 2 years ago, when we first started this project, we were interested in sort of like maybe a scientific question about what native support for image generation would look like in a model as powerful as GPT-4. We didn't know the answer to that question, but a year later, when the model was done training, we saw really exciting signs of life. So, we featured this in a 4 blog post, if some of you will remember, and we saw that the model could render paragraphs of text, for example, or you could combine images in really very interesting and novel ways. And I think we spent a lot of time just playing with this model, and I felt that sense of like joy and excitement. I haven't felt for a very long time, maybe even since GPT-2.
I haven't either. This was one of those really wow moments.
It was a wow moment, but that model was still a bit rough around the edges. So
I don't think they're doing a good job of explaining this. It seems like they're creating an image. It says a tall POV image of me in an old loft, film crew present facing me. There's a sheet of paper on the table. There's a text written on the paper. Focus on the paper. Background out of focus. Paper occupies most of the page. Text reads speaker notes. Part 1. Native support for image generation in a model as powerful as ChatGPT-4. Render full paragraphs of text and combine images. Rough around edges. Make it accessible. Part 2. Memes. We're just trying to buy images that persuade, inform, educate. Workhorse images gives the power of useful image generation to the world. Like that's what's on the paper.
It was a well model, but that model was still a bit rough around the edges. So it's it sometimes made typos. It was kind of unreliable, I would say. And so over the last year, I've been refining this model to make it more accessible and more user-friendly to the average person. And so, okay, the image is generating, as you can see, and let me see. So it seems to have gotten all the text. I don't see any typos, which is good. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
still amazing to me to see image generation with perfect text. It shouldn't be that impressive, but somehow we've been waiting for this for so long, and
Yeah.
every time
That's crazy. Look at this. It says speaker notes. Part 1, native support for image generation in a model as powerful as ChatGPT-4. Render full paragraphs of text and combine images. That's the piece of paper that has the words from the text prompt, which is crazy. If you ever used any type of image generator before, especially not the latest and greatest one, just like anyone in general, they get things like this wrong. Like having so many words, they struggle with. Maybe 4 or 5, they're okay. But having like a whole paper with words on there, and like the words are perfectly aligned, it looks like a paragraph, like somebody maybe typed this. I want to say handwritten, but but look at it. Look at the results. Kind of speaks for itself, right?
it happens, it's like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And the number of things that like this image had to get right in the instructions, like the what you want focused on, not like that it should be a point of view image and where we are, and then sort of to get having the text like that's just this is still amazing to me.
Yeah, and point of view images are actually really hard to do. And
Rewind is back for the vertical viewers. Look at this. Look at this. You not see this? Look at this. That's amazing. Look at that. Look how detailed that thing is. Right? To see the whole piece of paper on there, that's pretty freaking incredible. At least if you ask me, like for them to be able to do something like that, that's a really good image generator. That's the biggest flex I think of the whole entire video for the most part.
Like that's just this is still amazing to me.
yeah, and point of view images are actually really hard to do. And this kind of looks like what we see right now.
It looks like you had just taken it. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I am gonna begin my demo by taking a selfie of all of us. So, give me a nice expression. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to make it into an anime frame.
Nice.
So in this case, it's not just getting the context of my text prompt, but it's also getting this image, and it can use both of these to produce a really nice image for us. And this is possible because we trained 4o as an omni model. So it's a model of not just language, but images, audio, all modalities in and out. It understands them, it can generate them, and it can seamlessly work across these things. And we have spent a lot of effort to make useful products like first advanced voice mode, where audio just works seamlessly, and now this, where images just work seamlessly across the board.
It is so cool that we're finally getting towards this truly integrated multimodal model that just does everything.
Yeah. And in this case, it gives the user a lot more control because, I might want a specific style, or I might want to use a specific previous image I have, or, a design palette or something. And they can provide all of this context to ChatGPT. It can just use all of this and, produce the thing you want. It becomes more controllable. Oh, okay.
All right.
We can, you're already seeing the sky behind us, the plants.
By the way, this goes live today in ChatGPT and Sora. I think rollout's already started. So if you also want to make an anime version of yourself, you can now do that.
Yeah, I think it's already out to all pro.
Great.
Plus should be done pretty soon.
Amazing.
Nice.
Did you get the
It'll be
fingers?
available to free users too.
I see. I have my little beard there. I see your expressions.
And my perfect, the hand sign
And
is
my hand
perfect.
sign too.
Yeah.
Nice. What should we do next with this?
Can we make a meme out of it?
Ooh.
That was pretty good. Let me show you guys
Make it.
just how this looks, because this is what it created with that image, and that's pretty good. Jeez, look at that. They have a image of all of them, even the hand signs. He's doing like almost like he's about to release a domain expansion or something, but that's still pretty good.
Get into
Since that's on game speaker notes.
What do you wanna?
One of the common memes inside of OpenAI is feel the AGI. I have no idea what AI will think about that, but let's try it.
I do feel the AGI. Yeah, and in this case,
Wow, that anime thing is so good.
Yeah. And in this case, the model is seeing all of the past context as well, and it uses all of its knowledge of language and memes and everything to give us a new rendition. And this multi-turn nature makes it even more useful to people, right? Like I can ask for any edit I want. If it gets it wrong, I can just be like, hey, fix that thing. I think that is taking us into a direction of making these more like tools, not toys for people. And I think I'm really excited by that.
Speaking of memes, how much do you think 4o knows about common internet memes in general? Like if we had picked.
I think it knows a lot. And in fact, when we first put this out to people inside OpenAI, most of what we got was memes from people. Maybe Gabe can tell you more about that.
Yeah, I mean, memes were like one of the #1 use cases for this model in our internal version. And yeah, I was just thinking about, memes and why this use case, kind of struck a chord with the company. And what I realized is that, as in the last 9 months as I've been working on this model, I've been doing this kind of meditative exercise where I sort of look at all the images around me. And I realized I'm just surrounded by, hundreds of images, maybe a day. And all these images, not necessarily the most aesthetic or beautiful images, but they were all created with intent.
It does seem like it takes some time for the video or the image to render. 'Cause if you think about it, when you go to video generators, like LTX, any of them, VAO and stuff, it takes some time, but you're getting an entire video. This is, an image. Imagine trying to use this for a video generator. Maybe it's really good, but it'll probably take a long time. And maybe it's using maybe Sora in the back end because this also is released on Sora, but I don't know.
They were all, like memes, they were all created to, to persuade, to inform, to educate. These are the workhorse images that, comprise our everyday life. And what I'm very excited is that I'll be able to be giving this power to create workhorse images to everyone in the world in ChatGPT.
Speaking of this power, we are giving a much higher degree of creative expression and creative freedom than we normally do. And so what we'd like is for the model to not be offensive if you don't want it to be, but if you want it to be within reason, really let people create what they need and what they want. And we may not get the line there perfectly on day one, but we think, given what Gabe just said, we want to lean pretty far into creative freedom and let people get maximum utility out of this model. And we're excited to see what people will do with it.
Yeah, me too.
That's okay.
I do wonder what that means for the pressure that's being faced with OpenAI and ChatGPT. Because it kind of seems like, Grok is very unhinged. They literally have an unhinged mode on their voice model. So, but also you can do celebrities. You can do a lot of things on there that a lot of image generators that's dedicated image generators do not let you do. Like create celebrities. I think Videogram just kind of rolled that out recently where you can do celebrities, but that's still something new that Grok was on its own doing. Now you have it with Grok being able to even do some more salacious stuff. This right here though is not bad for them to say hey, we're going to give you, some string to hang yourself with if you want to, for more creative control if you want. If you don't want everything to be PG, maybe you can have it all the way up to rated R. Maybe you can have it triple X. We will see. I think I'm gonna test this later on to see how well this does.
At the meme we got.
That's great. Okay, so thank you guys very much, and we're going to welcome a few other research and product people to show some more stuff, unless either of you have anything else.
No, thanks, Sam.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so in addition to building all of the great research that went into this, we really wanted to work hard to make it a great product experience as well. And so if my colleagues want to introduce themselves, maybe starting with Alan, we'll then show you a few more things.
Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a research scientist at OpenAI. Hi, my name is Ben Chao. I'm an engineer on ChatGPT.
Hi, my name is Lu. I'm a research scientist at OpenAI.
So as our models get more capable, their knowledge of the world is deepening. But so far, they've really only been able to express themselves in either text or code. And I think what's really exciting about this release is that now these models can actually visualize what they know and externalize it in a visual way. So the prompt that I'm going to try is make a colorful page of manga describing the theory of relativity. And just for fun, we'll ask it to add some humor.
How well do you find that the model understands like visual humor versus just funny text?
I think that given that this prompt is like so vague, it'll be interesting to see, what kind of wildcardy stuff the model comes up with. This is really just like it leveraging the world knowledge that it has, writing maybe an extended version of the prompt, and then giving us a nice image. But if you have a much more detailed sense of the kind of story that you want to convey in this kind of thing, like a manga or an image or in general, you can definitely do that. This model is very good at following instructions, and in the blog post that we just put out, there's a lot of nice examples of how you can do exactly that.
By the way, these images are much slower than our previous image generation thing, but like unbelievably better. We think it's super, super worth the wait. We also will be able to make it faster over time. But yeah, it's like quite the ratio of quality.
Like glad they called that out to say like how slow this thing is because it is kind of slow. This thing is not, fast by any means. And it's just still crazy to me how we have video generators that, you know, 30 seconds or less, 10 seconds or less for like maybe a 10-second clip. And in this image, don't get me wrong, very good image generator. And it's almost like resetting back to the days of when image generators first came out and they were super slow. Now we have something like that where they're kind of maybe using new methods, maybe more intensive methods. Because even with China, I think Ant Group, they had came up with a method that cut down on the cost for training by 20%. And they were saying that they now can use like, other like processors, graphics cards, and so catch up. But when you do stuff like this that may be just so much better, maybe so much better, it may be worth it to have the more powerful graphics card where you're trying to go fast and break things and be first to the market. And DeepSeek just released V3 and Gemini just released 2.5. Like what's going on in AI right now? It's like madness.
Quality of time we think is already great.
Yeah. And it looks like it's given us not only some English, but a different language here. But yeah, I think in general, we're hoping that this model's ability to not only generate images, but also blend in precise text in the right ways, makes it not only a tool for imagination, but also for learning and for communication.
It did add some humor.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. I don't see this. Let me show y'all. This is crazy. This is the manga panel, and it says like it says well, first the first panel is like Japanese or Chinese. Hey, don't hurt me. I don't know. The theory of relativity in space, time slows down. It's almost like factually correct. That's crazy. Moving fast, and then look at the last panel. That's one of the ones I really want to highlight. It says E equals MC squared. It isn't it relatively funny, bro? Like that's like crazy because it nailed the whole entire it nailed the whole entire like funny thing. It wasn't just like text funny, it had the guy laughing and everything was in line. And the second panel was kind of factually correct. But it's funny to the side where they have different like, chats open, where it has like anime frame requests, ChatGPT-4 image generation. It has like memorial coin design, anime frame requests, memorial coin design again, manga relatively humor, image. So this has everything they were just gonna do throughout this whole thing already like pre-prepped, basically. Which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the layout.
Yeah.
And definitely quite colorful. On the soft note.
That's beautiful.
Thanks, Alan. So Alan just showed us how much this model can shine in professional and educational environments. But what I love the most about this model is how accessible it is to everyone. For someone like me who don't have professional artistic skills, but still enjoys expressing my creativity. To show you what I meant, I've prepared something special. Let's kick it off. So I was inspired by this trading card in my hand that I got from our Sora launch. And I thought it would be really cool if we can design a new one in the same style for 4o image generation. So I took a photo of it in the morning. This is what it looks like. But instead of having the giant cat king here, I would like to have my dog Sanji to be the main character. And this is a photo of my dog. He's cute. And I've also included a couple details that I would like to see on the card, including the name of the model, the year, and some ability would like to highlight, and also the weight and height for Sanji. And let's see what the model comes up with.
Why is the giant cat king the Sora?
I have no idea,
thing?
but I feel the trading card for Sora was designed by some professional designers, so it'll be amazing if we can actually use our model to generate that.
Yeah, I think our model's come a long way in terms of just very precise text rendering, so it'll be super cool to see how well it does with this detailed instruction.
Can I see the original card?
Yes.
Oh, it's very nice.
It looks like it's already reviewing.
We should do these for every launch. These are cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I guess now we can make them with image gen.
It's creating like a card.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah.
If you ever play like Yu-Gi-Oh or something, and you've seen like them play like Pokemon, this is basically what it's creating. It's pretty good too. You can definitely tell it takes like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh aesthetics to create this image.
And yeah, Sanji is snowboarding, which is something I've never seen him doing in real life, but it'll be cool.
The text is also very crisp.
Yes, and it got all the stats correct. That's amazing. Thank you for letting me share this little creative moment with you. And now I'm excited to pass it on to Lu to show you more innovative ways of using our product.
Yeah, sure. I'm very happy to share that with everyone today. So we've seen the generation from Alan and Mengqiao. So today I'm going to do something very special here. So I'm going to make a memorial coin based on the generations from these two, and also another two pictures that is in our background. So I'm going to first copy the pictures from Alan, and also the pictures from Mengqiao, and the rest of the two are the background we show here in the demo. So I would like to also use a special hex code here. So as you can see, this special hex code is a spring color because 4o and this launch both launch in spring. So I would like it to be a unique color for us. And also I would like to include the text for image gen and today's date on this memorial coin, so we can make a souvenir for us for today. So you can see this model is trained in an autoregressive way, so it is able to understand both text and multiple images in context and seamlessly render it in a very harmonious way in a coin. So it's able to. Can you imagine how this coin will look like based on this?
Not easily from that, but I'm excited to see.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm thinking of also. So
I do want to call out just how good the words are on these. 'Cause look, just from the coin we see so far, we see that it's actually generating like really well. The 4o like model, and then we see the E equals MC square. But even with the card that they made, the text on there and how it was arranged, like it had to be, it wasn't just like clear text. It was arranged in a way that's like kind of aesthetically pleasing already.
we are seeing here, so we have the 4o image gen, and we have the bear, that is the artistic bear there, the radio there, and also Alan's manga, and I was doing meeting Sanji.
That's so cool.
Cool, that's very cool.
I want one of those.
Yes, I agree. So now I'm going to make it a transparency background because we really wanted this coin to be printed out so we can have this coin physically for us. So as you can see, the model not only can understand context in one turn, it is also understanding the context across multiple turns in context. So from today, we can just chat to ChatGPT in a more visual way. And this is just a very simple example make a transparency background. You can also talk to the model, for example, imagine how will this coin look like on the backside? Or we can make a unique color for Alan and Mengchao and me to have a different unique color for each one.
And other than making the background transparent, how good will it be at keeping the actual coin itself consistent between the two?
Yeah, it's very good at keeping the editing consistent. So that is also to see you can use ChatGPT from today to do image editing and image refinement in ChatGPT and using a very chatty language. Cool. Here, so we see the coin here, and it's in transparent background now, and it's keeping the consistency between the previous generation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool too because having like a transparent background means you can use this to make assets for like for me it would be like thumbnails, but for anything. So it won't have its own border. Like it can just be placed within an image. The only thing I don't see, and I'm not sure if it can or cannot do it, but I noticed that they didn't really do like celebrities. But I'm pretty sure you could probably upload a photo of a celebrity or something to see how it handles. But it didn't do celebrities so far. But I'm interested to see how well it would do celebrities. And if it doesn't automatically do it, I think it has a level of character consistency. Actually, they did do Albert Einstein. Hmm. But how modern? Is it just historical figures? We'll see.
Well, we're so excited to get this out to the world. It goes live today in ChatGPT and Sora. It will come to the API soon. We really think this is a huge step forward in what AI models are capable of doing visually, and we cannot wait to see what you all will create. Thank you very much, and again, congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. If I do say show my Excel, they do also have like these little, yeah, I pretty much just speed ran through all of them. They do have these like shorter versions of the videos to see like how well they did, like different snippets, more focused, I think.
Hello, thanks for inviting me.
Hi, thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Yeah, me too. I feel the ability of the image generation of this model is becoming stronger and stronger. My name is Lu. I'm a research scientist in OpenAI working on multimodal. Yeah, I'm showing a very interesting demo today. So just in this studio, this is something that we draw. Many people use our tool to generate comic books. So I'm going to upload this drawing to ChatGPT now. So I just type this prompt now, and it starts to generate what will this drawing look like as a real comic. And many of the times, especially when you play with the model more and more, you'll find things very surprising. So I get this very funny comic now. I wanna replace this dragon with this cutie penguin. Yeah, it looks nice. I'm personally always very curious about is how does this look like in real life? It looks cute. I like it.
I think that was like,
If
oh,
you're
sorry,
like me, someone who
autoplay.
is always on the go and has a million projects they want to get done, you know how selective you have to be with your time. Building a website is something you know you need to do, but you don't prioritize. Well, I've got a tool that is going to make that a lot easier.
Okay. Anyway, that was pretty cool. I think that being able to take a picture of like a manga or a sketch and then bring it into real life is like insane. I know there's been like standalone different types of apps that done that before, but this one is pretty cool because look, like the sketch wasn't perfect, but for it to go from like, and I can't draw well, so I think it would have been better if it had like a demo that was like a crappy handwriting. She actually seemed like she could probably really do this herself. It just would be more time consuming for her, but for me, nah, no shot. But look, you've had character consistency, like even like images within an image. Yeah, I think sometimes what happens is they'll do like the person or the main character, the main focus of the image really well. They really won't do really well in like the laptop or something, right? Or like they're holding, but it's pretty good though. that. Don't worry, I'm cool. And it, even just replacing the main character with a laptop and it being able to understand that, that's crazy. That is crazy. They have this transparent sea layers. I mute you. Yeah, I mute you, bro.
How's it going? Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Good, good. How's it going? My name is Jianfeng Wang. I'm a researcher in OpenAI working on multimodal. The way how to generate the transparent image is pretty intuitive, straightforward.
See that thing? Hold on, let me move that over for y'all. Boom.
Now let's give it a try. Let's say the content is a cute puppy cartoon style, squared size. This is the prompt, and now let's see what happened. The model will take the input and tries to generate the image. Let's give it some time. So now let's see what we generated. This is the transparent puppy. Another application is to make it a sticker. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, let's make stickers.
We can easily overlay the transparent image onto any kind of background. Now we can copy the sticker onto our laptop and then we can paste it here. Make it smaller so it can be easily blended with the background.
Can you make me a sticker?
You sure?
Yeah, I think that's really important because first off, this is really good for like I'm pretty sure there's like some on-demand print shop stuff that you can do to make your own sticker, but this is really good to be like I can make my own sticker, my own transparency, especially for somebody like me who makes like thumbnails. Yes, this would be amazing, honestly.
A smart researcher wearing glasses and a blue shirt.
Okay. Let's give it a try.
With glasses.
Sticker style, yeah, with glasses. Oh, we got it. Yeah, I think it works pretty well. Hopefully people love it.
I think that was pretty good. And I know they said that this is going to be rolled out to like free users as well as plus users, but I think it's pre-rolled out for pro users, of course. If you pay $200 a month, they can should get this as early as possible.
Alan, Brad, come on in, everybody. Get comfortable.
Hello. I'm Alan. I'm a research scientist at OpenAI. People tend to say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but being able to also render like a few words or symbols can carry like thousands of pictures, with a relatively simple prompt, like visualize an infographic explaining Newton's prism experiment in great detail with a wide aspect ratio and a dark blue background. So this is like an example where, one, we're going to rely on being able to render text in useful ways, combine it with visual elements that actually ground what this text about this experiment even means, and hopefully, help students who are more visual learn both through, language descriptions of a phenomenon, but also, a visual imagination of what the experiment actually looks like. It's no longer just about making imaginary scenes that look aesthetic and things like that, but it's really about communicating and imagining and doing so at the same time.
Here's what you can expect to pay for your tax prep.
Wait, this is backwards. My last tax guy only ever told me the price after he was finished.
And as a new client, we can match the price you paid last year.
That's some
You can chat with ChatGPT, and then when you're ready, you can say, yeah, that's great. Can you draw me an image of that? Image generators nowadays, they look good, but it's going beyond just looking good. Attention to detail makes it really, really useful.
What's special about this is, one, it'll keep the context of this character, and then two, it'll understand what I'm trying to ask it for, and you will see it in different forms as we generate it.
You have the drawing like this, and ChatGPT will get back to you a real comic book.
It's really about communicating and imagining and doing so at the same time.
Make a transparent image, smart Asian researcher, blue t-shirt. It's easy.
Picture is worth 1,000 words, but being able to also render like a few words or symbols can carry like thousands of pictures.
It kind of now imbued into ChatGPT is like this idea of an artist in conversation with you.
Always amazing, even after seeing it for the 100th time.
I'm so excited to show this magic to the world.
Hopefully people love it.
Sora is absolutely crazy when it comes to this, because usually I give image generators a pass that's like within a chat model or something like how Gemini, if they mess up something, or even how Grok, because now in Grok you can also uh like edit your image with text within Grok, so it's like you can have multiple iterations of it. It's not the best. I will be honest with that. I think Gemini does it better in their new experimental model, their Flash model. But this is pretty good. Like, this kind of beats out, I think, some dedicated image generators, which I'm not sure if that's sad. That's kind of sad, but at the same time, I think a lot of the image generators by themselves are smaller, niche. Not, I mean, I use that to say like there's not a lot of money behind it, not a lot of budget behind it, but geez, this is like pretty good though. And the stickers, manga, freaking comic book. You have character consistency too.
How's it going?
Pretty good. One thing that I'm really excited about ImageN is the ability to keep consistency in characters. I'm David Medina, or DMed, and I work on multimodal. What I want to show is one of my favorite prompts, which is, can you create a low poly penguin mage? Make it very, very low poly. Surprisingly, it's sometimes hard to get very good low poly outputs. It's not like other image generation models where it tries to generate something based on just the text. Instead, it uses the large language model understanding of what does the user want, what is the intent. I also like some board games, so miniature-like games. So what I'll do now is generate a miniature from this. So ideally, we'll see a penguin that looks like this with the same staff and a hat. So can you make me a realistic miniature as if a professional made this and painted it? This is what I think excites me the most about ImageN. The other image generation models will try to create literally what you said, but what's special about this is, one, it'll keep the context of this character, and then two, it'll understand what I'm trying to ask it for and generate very similar model, but in a miniature realistic style. It infers what I want. I don't have to tell it every little detail. One other realistic thing we could do is, can you make a crystal version of this with light reflecting and very realistic? Again, I'm just giving a very, very simple thing. Normally, this is not enough for other models to generate something very detailed, but the model understands what I'm asking for. It'll think what type of style it should have. So this ability to really understand what the character is and make edits and understand what the user wants, for me, it's just an amazing capability.
I know that was also an issue for a lot of solo leveling is freaking crazy. It's just getting better and better. Side note, but yeah, the image consistency with characters is like a gold standard. If you want to have a story, if you want to use this character over and over again, character consistency is pretty good.
can chat with ChatGPT, and then when you're ready, you can say, yeah, that's great. Can you draw me an image of that?
Image generators nowadays, they look good, but it's going beyond just looking good. Attention to detail makes it really, really useful.
What's special about this is, one, it'll keep the context of this character, and then two, it'll understand what I'm trying to ask it for, and you will see it in different forms as we generate it.
You have the drawing like this, and ChatGPT will get back to you a real comic book.
It's really about communicating and imagining and doing so at the same time.
Make a transparent image, smart Asian researcher, blue t-shirt. It's easy.
Picture is worth 1,000 words, but being able to also render like a few words or symbols can carry.
They double upload that? Look, they double upload. Crazy. Well, go ahead and get out of that. Also, I don't know how y'all would feel about this, but I'm thinking about other ideas as well. Because it seemed AI today was absolutely like crazy. Wow. I want to show you what's Twitter, boy. Twitter kind of crazy right now. I'll just leave it right there. Actually, right over here. I'll bring it over there in a little bit. Right, Twitter, the wild place. I think DeepSeek. I think DeepSeek released their new model. I think it was like V3. Yeah, DeepSeek V3 released is out now. It's like major boost in reasoning performance, stronger front end development skills, smarter tool uses and capabilities. Like, jeez. Not only that, I think like Gemini also came out. Gemini came out today and like was talking about like how they have 2.5. Yeah, I can never show my Twitter. Gemini 2.5. Yep, Gemini 2.5 came out. Holy crap. Gemini 2.5 came out. Was this? Back. I'm so scared to show y'all my Twitter, but that's what I'm seeing. Hold on. Gemini 2.5. It seemed like it outperformed O3 Mini, GPT 4.5, and Claude 3.7 Sonnet in reasoning and knowledge, and DeepSeek R1. So there's that. Interactive demo. It's just sick. It's just sick. This is happening. I definitely got to record a video on this. Like, this is absolutely disgusting. I will probably be doing a video on this tomorrow. I can bring it over to the screen. Is bring this over. Bring this over here. Dude, please don't do that on Twitter. Like, look. Oh, I'm scared to scroll. But look, anyway, they released a Gemini 2.5 Pro experimental, so I'm guessing this is an AI studio. Not only that, it's outperforming. That's code editing. It's outperforming everything, even Claude 3.7 Sonnet. And Claude 3.7 Sonnet was great. I wonder why they don't have Grok on here. You know, like Grok Beta, but they have it for science. Is there not like a benchmark for Grok or something? But this is a preview. Gemini 2.5 Pro experimental. Boom. 2.5 Pro experimental is being out. Everything in reasoning and knowledge. You know how that goes. But DeepSeek just released a new model, so like, what does that mean now? Claude 4.5, O3 Mini is being out everything. What was that? Reasoning and knowledge, and then what was the second one? Science. Pretty good, pretty good. Then mathematics. It says Grok. What is that? Extended thinking. Hmm. What is that? Gray bar. Is that, I guess, for the extended thinking? And then code editing difference. I guess. I mean, it's still pretty good. I want to get my hands on this, and I was gonna try to maybe build something with it. If y'all want to build something with me, maybe a fun time. Fun time. Yeah, tell me down in the comment section like below what you think. You think like, hey yo Dex, you need to get on this ASAP. Or you're like, I guess. I guess I'll join you. But anyway, I'm about to head out. It's your boy Dexter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Out. I'm out, but I'm still here.